Close your eyes and imagine a land flowing with milk and honey. Picture a place where the sun always shines, and the air is filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. This is a land of abundance, where nature thrives and every corner is a testament to the beauty of creation. This is ancient Israel, a land God promised to his people, a place rich in history and culture, where every stone and path tells a story of faith and perseverance. The sun shines brightly on fields of golden wheat and vineyards bursting with juicy grapes. These fields are not just sources of food, but symbols of God's provision and blessings. Sheep graze on green hillsides, and the air hums with the sound of happy bees. The harmony of nature here is a reflection of the peace and prosperity that God intended for his people. Can you hear the cheerful music? It floats through the air, inviting everyone to celebrate. The joy is palpable as families and friends come together to share in the blessings of the land. The people of Israel are joyful because God is with them. Their gatherings are filled with laughter, song, and heartfelt worship, a testament to their deep connection with the divine. He protects them and blesses them. The shepherd watches over his flock just as God watches over his people, ensuring their safety and well-being. But sometimes the Israelites forget about God. They turn away from his teachings and lose sight of the path he set for them. They stop listening to him and start doing things their own way. Confusion and discord take root, leading them away from the harmony they once knew. And when they do that, things start to go wrong. The skies darken, the fields dry up, and the once thriving land begins to suffer. It is a stark reminder of the importance of staying true to God's guidance. In those days, God chose a very special woman named Deborah to lead his people. Deborah was a prophetess, which means God talked to her, and she shared his words with everyone. She was also a judge, which meant she helped people solve their problems and make good choices.
Deborah was a wise and brave woman. Everyone loved her because she listened carefully and always knew how to help.
People would come from all over Israel to ask for her advice. Deborah would sit under a special palm tree between Ramah and Bethel in the hill country of Ephraim, where she was known for her wisdom and fairness. People from all over the region would come to her to have their disagreements settled, knowing that she would provide just and thoughtful judgments. She was a fair and just judge, respected by everyone who sought her counsel. Deborah always sought God's guidance in making her decisions, ensuring that her judgments were aligned with divine wisdom. One day, a man named Barak came to Deborah, seeking her advice and guidance. He was deeply worried because the Canaanite army, led by a powerful general named Sisera, was oppressing the Israelites. The people were suffering greatly under Sisera's harsh rule, and they desperately needed help.
Deborah listened carefully to Barak's worries, understanding the gravity of the situation. She knew what they needed to do and had a plan in mind. God was on their side, and Deborah was confident that with his guidance, they would succeed. She assured Barak that God would give them victory, and the people would be free from their oppressors.
Deborah, a prophetess and a judge of Israel, told Barak that God wanted him to take an army of 10,000 men and fight against Sisera, the commander of the Canaanite army. She conveyed God's message with unwavering confidence, knowing that this was a divine mission. She promised that God would deliver Sisera and his army into Barak's hand at the Kishon River. This river would be the site of a miraculous victory, where the power of God would be displayed for all to see.
Barak was afraid, hesitant to go into battle without Deborah by his side. But Deborah was not afraid. She had complete faith in God's promise and was determined to see it fulfilled. She knew that God was with them, and she went with Barak to lead the army. Together they strategized and prepared the soldiers, instilling courage and hope in their hearts.
They fought bravely, and just as Deborah had promised, God gave the Israelites a great victory. The enemy was overwhelmed, and the Israelites celebrated their triumph with great joy and gratitude. The Canaanite army was defeated, and Sisera, their mighty commander, ran away and hid in a tent, seeking refuge from the wrath of the Israelites. But God had a plan. Even in his hiding, Sisera could not escape the divine justice that awaited him. A woman named Jael tricked Sisera and defeated him. She showed remarkable bravery and cunning, ensuring that the enemy of Israel would not escape unpunished.
Deborah sang a beautiful song to thank God for saving his people. Her song was a testament to God's faithfulness and a reminder of his mighty power. She reminded them to always trust in him and to be brave like Barak and Jael. Her words inspired generations to come, teaching them the importance of faith and courage.
God had used Deborah, a wise and courageous woman, to deliver his people from their enemies. Her leadership and faith were instrumental in securing the victory. Her story reminds us that God can use anyone, no matter who they are, to do amazing things. It is a powerful reminder that faith and courage can lead to extraordinary outcomes. He just asks us to trust in him and be brave. With faith, we can overcome any challenge and achieve great things.